Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is January 7th, 2014. It is the second day, a Tuesday of the new week. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures, and what you're going to see here is that the futures are trading higher by about 7 points to 18.28 per contract. So decent little pop-up for the futures. Looks like some economic data came out, trade deficit or something of that nature, but I don't even know if we should make much out of it. Right now the futures are riding high. They're doing pretty well, and we'll see how this all plays out a little bit later. When we look across the pond into the European markets, the first thing that we'll notice here is that the European markets are all doing pretty well this morning. You have the German DAX up about 0.7%, the French CAC 40, which has been under some pressure, up about 0.5%. And then you have the London FTSE, which, remember, England can print their own money. The London FTSE 100 is up about, almost 0.5%. So a decent move in the European markets this morning. Last night in Asia, the Nikkei 225 index was down about 0.6%. The most important index that we can follow right now is the Shanghai, and that was flat last night for the most part. So it did have a little early morning dip and did come off the lows. So it looks like the Shanghai is trying to stabilize, but we're going to have to keep an eye on that market over the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very, very important to see how the Chinese market reacts and what happens over there, and that will tell us a lot of what's going to happen here. Looking at some stocks in the news today, we have a bunch. We're going to start off with Netflix. I believe Netflix today was downgraded for the most part. The stock right now was downgraded by, I believe, Morgan Stanley to underweight. Too underweight from equal weight. It's citing that they have a ton of competition from Amazon Prime, Hulu, and HBO. But right now, when you look at the stock, I'll have a gap level, but it's much, much lower. The stock is getting hit down by about $13, $14 at the moment. So we'll keep this one on radar, but I will have a level for this one a little bit later. If it does trade lower, though, it still has lower to go before I get interested. Let's take a look at KORS today. Michael Kors, I have a level for this one. Right now it's trading at $80.75. If it gets down to around $78.86, I think you could look at Michael Kors as a potential scalp bounce. So keep that level on the radar. $78.85, $78.86, right in that area. That would be an attractive level for an intraday play on Michael Kors. Other than that, I don't really see much on the chart. That's the only level that would interest me as a scalp trader or a day trader. So that's a level you could watch for an intraday bounce. Other than that, there's not much to do with Michael Kors. But nonetheless, that stock today is downgraded by Citigroup. So we're getting a lot of upgrades and downgrades. There's too many to go through, but I'm going to go through a few that I think can give us some levels. One chart I want to bring up today is Lockheed Martin. I think Lockheed Martin, I just saw, believe it or not, was upgraded by Bank of America Merrill Lynch to buy. I want to just show you something here, and this is what confuses me. Who in God's earth is going to upgrade a stock that's up this much already? That's I would not be chasing this. I would not be listening to the upgrade. Doesn't mean it can't go up a little bit today. But anyway, you just don't want to buy something that's up this much. That's just the wrong way to do it. That is not part of the In the Money Stocks methodology. That's something I teach traders not to do. But yet you get these Wall Street firms upgrading at extreme highs. Very often can signal a top in the stock. I'm not sure if it's a top just yet, but I will say that you want to be really, really careful at this stage of the game whenever you're listening to upgrades at these extreme highs. Let's take a look at the next one here, Mattel. I believe this stock today, I think it was downgraded. Yeah, Goldman Sachs cut its ratings to sell from neutral. I have a level for Mattel if it got down there. If it gets down to around 44.63, that can be a good scalp area, 44.63. Also, the $44 level is pretty decent in my book as well. So you got a couple of little levels there for scalp trades. First level would be around $44.63. I think that's a pretty good area. And then I really like the $44 level, or a pierce of it by a penny, right around there. That's another good level. you could watch. So Mattel is on my radar today for scalps. I'm giving you two of my scalp levels before the market's even opening, and again, those are two levels that look pretty decent to me. All right, let's take a look at the oil market now, and what you're going to see here is that light sweet crude is trading higher by about 57 cents to $94 a barrel. We're going to move over to the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude. Good way to trade it using this ETF. Right now, the USO is trading at $33.65 a share. Yesterday, I told you all that 33 and a quarter would be pretty good support. It got down to around 33.36, so we know we're into a pretty good support level down here with this black line. All in all, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of upside, but it is higher before the opening bell slightly. So again, still watch that support level around 33 and a quarter for USO. There's still pretty good support, at least in the near term. Let's take a look at gold this morning. Gold, you're going to see, is trading lower by about 2 points to $12.36 an ounce. Gold has been on a tear as of late. Let's take a look at the all-important GLD, which is a good proxy for gold futures. And what you'll see here is GLD is trading at 119.25. It closed at 119.50 yesterday, so we're not going to make too much out of it. I think gold is just taking a pause here. You did have that flash crash in gold yesterday, but again, they're blaming on another fat finger traders. So all in all in the world, I guess there's a lot of fat finger traders out there, but how much can we make of it? Gold still has upside, in my opinion, at least near-term upside. Not that much, but it does have some more upside to go. So we'll see how that plays out when it all unfolds in the next few days. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to in today's report. Again, watch those levels I gave out on the individual stocks. We'll see how this market trades out. Currently, the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading higher by about 6 points. They are starting to come back in a little bit. Expect a choppy session. Remember, on Friday we have the government non-farm payroll report, so that's going to be the big news. But until then, I think we could see some real chopping around, and that's what we'll look for, and we'll try to capitalize on the morning volatility. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.